Hello friends, Zara here. Welcome back to the channel. So if you see here, if you go to the MTG Arena store, they have released that the next pack is available for pre-order. That is going to be Rise of Zendikar, releasing September 17th. We're not going to be buying it today, but with the release of this new set, they have also changed some of the events. So go over here, hit play. Our quick draft is now Core Set 2021. That is amazing, as Core Set 2021 is going to be in standard for a long time. It is the newest set before Rise of Zendikar comes out. So we're going to go right here. You notice we have over 5,000 coins, and these coins are gold we can use to enter this draft. And once we get to around 6 wins, if we can, I haven't done it yet. Hopefully, fingers crossed I can in this episode. I'm still pretty new to draft. But if you can get to 6 wins, you hit 850 gems plus a pack. And that pays for itself. You can then enter another quick draft for that 750 gem cost, have 100 gems left over, and just continue playing the game. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie. Not super good at drafts, also not super familiar with the set, but with that all aside, let's just jump into it. Okay, so here we are with our first pack. The nice thing about these drafts, especially the quick drafts, it's all against bots, so I'm not under pressure on picking cards. I can kind of skim through it, read what all the cards do, see what might be good. And at the very end of it, we get to keep all of our cards. Let's go through it. The Mazemind Tome artifact, put a page counter on it. I've seen a lot of people use this card. It's very good for consistency. It lets you scry, it lets you draw cards, and then it also gains you life afterwards. That's our rare. Uncommons, enchant permanent when Faith Feathers enters the battlefield, gain 4 life. Enchanted permanent can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. So it is like a better pacifism. Instant, return target spell to its owner's hand. We know that's a very, very strong ability. These cards, the uncommons and the commons, are probably going to stick around in the pack for a bit. Let's see, we have some vigilance. Flying, a very expensive flyer. Bounces cards. Hexproof, that's a pretty good ability. That's a really big card. 7 mana. And attack scry 1. Expect the commons to kind of chill here. When Radiant Fountain enters the battlefield, gain 2 life. +1/+1 counter. Reach. I think we're going to go. Mazemind Tome helps with consistency. Faith Fetters is a very good removal tool. I think we're going to go with that Mazemind Tome. See what consistency we get. Also, this doesn't restrict us to a color. It is an artifact. It can go in any deck we pick. So I think this is the most useful card out of this pack. So let's confirm that pick. Move on to the next one. We have Teferi's Tutelage. When Teferi's Tutelage enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. That's interesting. Make like a mill deck with blue. Double power of target creature. Okay. That's could just end games. Canopy Stalker must be blocked if able. When Canopy Stalker dies, you gain 1 life for each creature that died this turn. Revitalize, you gain 3 life, draw a card. For 2 mana, draw a card. Let's see. Kind of like Teferi's Tutelage. Whenever you draw a card, or enters battlefield, draw a card, discard a card, help with that consistency. Whenever you draw a card, target opponent mills 2 cards. Do we have more draw in this set? When Crypt Lurker enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice creature or discard a creature if you do draw a card. So blue-black, looking like it could be that mill strategy we'd be going for. Target creature -4/-4, very good removal. 2 black though, kind of have to commit to that a little bit more. Sanguine Indulgence, this spell costs 3 less to cast if you've gained 3 or more life this turn. That's okay, 1 black. Return up 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. A little bit of recursion after life gain. That looks more like a black-white, if that's what we're going for. Something like draw a card, cast this for 1. We've got some combos going here. Ornery Dilophosaur. Death Touch. When it attacks, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, it gets +2/+2. More reach. Another artifact. Enters battlefield tapped. I'm thinking we go for the draw. I just really like I really like drawing cards in card games. And Teferi's Tutelage lets us do that. Vitalize also lets us do that. Removal is important. This doubles power if we want to go mono red. I've done mono red drafts the majority of the time. I actually haven't drafted blue in this game yet. So let's click Teferi's Tutelage. Let's go with that draw. Now what do we have? We have Sanctum of Shattered Height. This card, a land or shrine card, deals X damage to a creature where it's a number of shrines. I'm I don't think drafting shrines would be a very good idea. I don't know how many you'd be able to get. I'm not sure. Meteorite, when you enter his battlefield, deal 2 damage to any color. Add 1 mana of any color. So for 5, you ramp a little bit, and it also can be removal. That's rather interesting. Tap. Spent only to cast instants or sorcery. So if we get some more instants and sorceries, this thing can tap for some colorless mana. That's kind of nice. This also lets us scry, keep up with consistency. If we go to the black cards, it's the healing one. Whenever Gloom's becomes blocked by a creature, that creature's controller loses 2 life and gains 2 life. Each opponent loses 2 life. Create Goblin Wizards. Okay, that Goblin Wizard is not a very pretty creature. No offense, Goblin Wizard. I'm sorry. Hobble Fiend, Trample. Pitchburn Devils. Deals 3 damage to any target. Track down. Scry 3, then reveal a top card of your library. If a creature or land, draw a card. We draw, discard. Scry more. This might help. It's also a common. This card's interesting. It can be removal. Also think it's more likely to get scooped up than these 2 cards. Also ramps a little bit. It's between these 3, I'm thinking. Add mana for instant sorcery. Scry, reveal top card, creature, land, draw. Meteorite. I'm going to do Meteorite for that. Little bit of damage, a little bit of ramp. I know it's 5, it's a little expensive. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Falconer Adept attacks, create a bird token. It's tapped and attacking with it. That's pretty aggressive, but it is 4 mana. Daybreak enters battlefield. Target creature get +2/+0 until end of turn. Legion's Judgment. Destroy target creature, power 4 or greater. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 creature token. Lofty Dial. Good little counter spell. If we could do that. Maybe pick up some flyers throughout the draft. Gains death touch until end of turn. Discard a card, draw 2 cards. If we're going that draw route, we can pick up that red card here. Trample. Gain 4 life. Gain 8 life. Defender. Draw a card. Interesting. Target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains hexproof to it. That's actually kind of nice. Helps dodge some removal. Hexproof creatures cannot be the target of spells or abilities from my opponent, which is really powerful. Sacrifice a creature with defender, draw a card. So he can sacrifice himself for 2 to draw a card. I'm leaning towards green-blue. Let's go with Ranger's Guile. I feel like it's a pretty decent card to dodge some removal. Okay, so we're leaning towards that green-blue. Let's see what we have. We have Lofty Denial, good counter spell. Hexproof on that Megalodon. It's kind of like a win condition here. Choose one, destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, exile target. That's some removal. Let's keep that. I'll take the removal over the counter. So we can draw it after we need to deal with the threat where we have to have the counter before. Tide Skimmer. Fly when you attack with 2 or more creatures with flying, draw a card. This would help if we can pick up another Lofty, or the Lofty Denial we just passed. Blue, black. Draw a card, then discard a card. Sacrifice Obsessive Stitcher. Return target creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. This helps with draw. It's actually a nice card. I might pick it up just to have it. Draw a card, then draw cards equal number of cards in Frantic Inventory in your graveyard. That's another good card. I think we're going to take this. Even if we don't end up using it, we can add it to our collection. It's a pretty cool card. Organize this a little bit. Okay, miscast. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless the controller pays 3. Enchant creature. When Rousing Reed enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Kind of nice. Enchant creatures +1/+1 has flying. Helps with Lofty Denial, so we pick them up. Something in miscast. Maybe a Rousing Reed. +1/+1 has flying. Let's test it out. We'll see how this card goes. On to the next pack. Target creature gains flying until end of turn. Dead touch attacks creature 4 or greater. Gains +2/+2. We're locking in the creature department. We have little removal. Hexproof. No creatures to give it to. He is a creature. He also can grant flying. So he could make us win if we have something big enough. They don't have flying blockers. We can also block creatures with flying if he's out. Let's take him for the little utility. He's not a super good card, but he is a little useful. Next we have return target creatures own its hand. This card we were looking at earlier. He's kind of a win condition. If we can use Rousing Reed on this guy, make it 5/7 with hexproof, and when it attacks, I scry. I might take him. This card return bouncing cards is also really good. It's not as good as Brazen Borrower, but hey, I think we're gonna go with this Spine Megalodon. Next we have let's see, Rookie Mistake. Until end of turn, target creature gets +0/+2, and another creature gets -2/-0. Instant speed. It's a very, very awkward removal. I'm not liking this pack. Let's take Rookie Mistake. I don't know if we're going to use it. It's really niche. Next we have... Ooh, this card came back to us. Instant of Sorceries. How are we looking on Instant of Sorceries? We have Enchantment. Enchantment. That's an instant. That's an instant. This one doesn't help. Only one it would help is Return to Nature. It is still a 1/3 blocker. Has a little utility. This is Defender. Let's just Scry. Let's take the 1/3 over the 0/4. Next, this pack doesn't seem to help us too much, so let's just snag that removal out of there. And another Megon. Lofty Denial. I'm thinking Lofty Denial. Another instant. Another counter spell. And sacrifice target opponent discards a card. I kind of like this card. I'm going to keep him. And take that swamp. Next. Spear of the Heaven. Ooh, this card. Not bad to add to the collection. Vigilance Lifelink. Create a 4/4 white angel creature with token with flying. Activate this ability only if you have 7 or more life than your starting life total. And only anytime you cast sorcery. I've seen people use this card on ladder. Whenever you cast a spell that is white, blue, black, or red, put a +1/+1 counter. We are playing blue. We can get some +1/+1s on this. Might not be such a bad option. I really like Frantic Inventory. I wonder if it'll come back around to us. We have some removal here. We do need creatures. I'm going to take the Dryad. That's one we'll go for. Okay, next. This Idol of Endurance came back around as a rare. When Idol of Endurance enters the battlefield, exile all creature cards with CMC 3 or less from your graveyard until it leaves the battlefield, and you can cast those cards. That's a really strong card for white. Doesn't help our deck so much. Wildwood Scourge enters battlefield, put X +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever, so it's 1 green, 1 X. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on another non-Hydra creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This actually goes really well with our Dryad, as our Dryad is not an Hydra. The Defender Wall came back. Teferi's Protege. Draw a card, then discard a card. I'm thinking we go with the Hydra. We're going to put you there, Hydra. Tome Enema can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. Hey, this could be a nice chip damage that we get in with our draw spells. Do we have... How much draw do we have? We have draw off of our Teferi. We have draw off Rousing Reed. I'm going to move you over here because we're not going to use you. This can draw us a card. Let's try it. Let's try it. We'll put you right here. Another one of those shrines. At the beginning of your pre-comment main phase, you may draw X cards, where X is the number of shrines you control. If you do, discard a card. So this could be just a nice little draw one. I've seen a lot of people use this on ladder. Cancel. Wonderful card. Rookie Mistake. Another one. I didn't really like that pick, honestly. Leaning towards this because it lets us draw an extra card every turn. Yeah, we'll be discarding. Turn target creature from graveyard to the battlefield. This card with this card is really cool, especially if we be discarding. If we do go splash black. So this is the big question is, do we want to splash black? If we splash black, we don't need very much. Obsessive Stitcher helps. Leona Steward will help us. Our opponent discards a card. We'll be drawing, they'll be milling, we'll be discarding, they'll be discarding. It's the toughest decision of the draft, I think. I think I'm going to go with the Shrine. Shrine lets us draw a card. The more cards we can draw, if we pick up another one of these Tome Enemas, we can just keep having a 3/3 unblockable. That'd be nice. Whenever you draw a card, you may pay 1. When you do, you may tap or untap target creature. That is a very powerful Kraken. Let's pick him up. 6 mana. He kind of goes in the middle here. Let's see. Capture Sphere. Flash. Enchant creature. Enters battlefield. Tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap turns untap step. It's like a water knot. It has flash though. Flash enchantment. That's pretty nice. Draw 3 cards. Return up to 2 target creatures to their owner's hand. 6 mana. 4 mana. I think we take the removal. Hey, Archfiend Vassal came back. We can still splash black. Yeah, I think we take him. It's a very strong card. So now it's between black or green. Duress is a strong card. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. We have another one of those Krakens. I think we pick up Village Rites. It lets us dodge removal. if somebody goes to kill our creature, we're going to lose the creature anyway. Then we just draw. Whenever it attacks, draw a card. This would be nice. Draw more cards. Add colorless. Spend this mana only for... We already picked up one of those, I think. How many instant sorceries we have? Doesn't work on those. Helps with Lofty Denial. Helps with Turn to Nature, which we can pick up another one of. Not too many, honestly. I really like the Return to Nature. I think we're playing the 3 colors this draft. Another tome. 2 of those. Target player discards 2 cards. That's really mean. This helps with hand control. We didn't pick up the Duress. Let's pick up the Wall of Runes. Oops. Cancel. Very strong card. Another Archfiend's Vessel. I think we just picked this up. We're definitely splashing black. Whenever Grimsword becomes blocked by a creature, that creature controller loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. We'll pick this up just to have it. We'll probably cut it out of the deck. Read the Tides. Dub. Read the Tides. Very expensive, and we get that land. Okay, next. Ooh, Teferi's Ageless Insight. If you would draw a card, except the first one you draw on each of your turn, draw steps, draw 2 cards instead. This card is a instant pickup. It suits our deck very well. Lots of draw. That's what we're going for. Draw 3 cards, then discard a card. Helps with the draw. Truly, draw a card, discard a card. Also a creature. We might be going with the chip damage off Tome Enema and drawing cards. I think that might be the play. I wonder if Dismal Backwater will come back to us. It'll be helpful for the draft. I think we're going to go with draw 3 cards, discard a card, instant speed. Voldalian Arcanist will help cast this. I'm going to pick this one up. I think we pick up another Arcanist. Miscast is a pretty decent pickup here. Let's pick up Miscast. Miscast is a very powerful card. Let's see, Enthralling Hold, enchanted creature does not. You can't choose an untapped creature. You control enchanted creature. That's stealing creatures. Well, let's see if anything else here. I guess it's draw. Kai'Sel Freebooter, pretty decent flyer. Can rip cards out of opponent's hand. Another Return to Nature. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, exile card from the graveyard. I don't know if we need more than 2 for that. Kai'Sel Freebooter, ripping cards out of the opponent's hands is pretty good. Stealing opponent's creatures is pretty good. I think we're going to go with Kitesail, as we do want some creatures. Opt. I really like Opt. Honestly, just looking at this, I think I draft Opt. 1 mana, draw a card, scry. Let's pick up the Tutelage. Well, that's the Protege, not the Tutelage. Instant sorcery. So if we can get a couple of these, Read the Tides becomes really powerful. It's because it makes this can tap for mana, so we can ramp into something like this, and then we can draw 3 cards or bounce 2 creatures, which slows the game down a lot. It's not bad. Lofty Denial is also really good. How many flyers do we have, though? We're not really looking at very many flyers. I'm going to take another Read the Tides. Maybe we can find another Voldalian Arcanist. I don't think I saw another one in the packs, but we will see. Look, we get not punished. Sacrifice creature, gain life, draw a card. Lofty Denial, Duress. Let's get the Denial. Now we have 2 of those. There's no Backwater. This battlefield. Search your library for a creature card with CMC 6 or greater. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. That's a pretty interesting card. Double target power. I think we take the Dismal Backwater while it's here, because we can actually use that land. Take another Lofty Denial. And these are our final picks. Don't think we're going to be using him. Take this one. The 1/3 we're not going to use, and the final picks of the drafts. Okay, so here we are with the end of the draft, all of the cards that we have. We were looking at 3 colors. So I'll be right back while I craft the deck. So here we are back with the deck list, and we're at 43 of 40 cards. I'm not exactly sure what other 3 cards I should cut. The idea of this deck is to be drawing cards and get like a Tome Anima out, so that we can just keep getting in for that 3 chip damage, control with like Lofty Denial, keep denying things. We did decide to cut all of the green, as I didn't think it was super important to have in the deck. Really focusing in, like laser focus on that draw engine. With that being said, that draft did take quite a bit of time, and I think we're going to get into some games in the next video. Stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification icon down below to get updated when I upload videos. I'm looking to start doing them 3 days a week: Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11:45 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me know how you think I'll do in the comments section below. It may not have been a perfect draft, but I think it was a fairly good one. Stay tuned for the games, and you guys have a wonderful day.